started to talk. But how you increase the number of people who want to come here and to spread the information, etc. Which medium do you use?
It was very, very difficult at the beginning, as we were the first two co-working spaces that opened in the country back in the days 10 years ago. So we started step by step, and what we have done is using other kinds of happenings, like the events, because okay, you've never heard about co-working, but you've heard about exhibition, right? You love music, so you come here for a concert, for another kind of event.
Maybe film shooting too, yeah.
Sorry?
Film shooting too.
Yeah, of course. There are a lot of films, etc. There's so many things happening here, so people who've never heard about co-working, they still come, and then I talk to them. The team is talking to them, and also they're curious, so they find information on our website as well. So mainly through events. Of course, we use the usual social media. Oh, I hate the social media.
Everybody hates, but everybody uses.
That's good. That's what one should do, and and my advice is to try to find a professional. Because, for example, here in Bulgaria, I don't know about your countries, but here in Bulgaria, we think that we have it all, we know it all, we can do everything by ourselves. And this is a huge mistake, because one cannot be a professional, cannot do
everything,
yeah.
Superheroes.
So this is a very good solution to find a professional to guide you, but not to hire a professional to do it totally instead of you, because you're the soul of your business, of your organization. So you're the person who knows best what will touch the other people, but the professional, it's better for him to tell you how to do it. So the answer to your question was the conventional ways, but very, very delicately, because I've always hated to sell myself. I want everybody to know me, but so for me not to have to sell myself, which is not possible. That's not possible. So. And also, maybe what helps is that I'm a quite open person and very extrovert, as well as my partner and also everybody from our team. So we go out a lot, we communicate with people, and it's a very subtle way to communicate our business. It's very organic, very natural, and very, very subtle. But it's just that it takes more time. I'm sure that other strategies can be as well profitable, but for us, this is what works. We've built our image very, very slowly and mainly with a lot of efforts, because all of those events that I'm referring to, the exhibitions, the concerts, the workshop, the theater, the cinema, etc., it's not only that they did not bring any income, but we had to pay. Not only with our time, because it's very time consuming, but very well to organize such events. It's very costly, but we love it.
Yes, of course.
Yeah.
And in future, it's work for you.
Yes.
It's always come back.
Yes. Yeah. It was funny. Just yesterday, I spent an hour with an inhabitant of ours. We call the people who stay here for a longer period, the people that work, we call them inhabitants. For example, she's a client because I just met her, but she said that she really feels the energy and she's considering of taking a hot desk here. So maybe she'll become an inhabitant.
It's my new favorite place in the whole world. Something you don't know is that we actually came and met you in 2014.
Really?
Yes. But I didn't say anything because
Where?
Here.
Up here, it's okay.
We took a tour of Soho back in 2014, myself and Argiri and another friend of ours, because it was also our dream to start a co-working space back in Thessaloniki. And, but we had other work to do, we were much too busy to do it. So we had a friend, a colleague, who was looking for something to do, right? He says, he had another startup idea, and we were helping him with that, and it was going nowhere. We tried to tell him it was going nowhere, but he kept pushing. And then he said finally, okay, I'm done with this, help me find something else to do. And so we said, well, maybe you should think about co-working, because Thessaloniki has no co-working spaces, zero. And we know that there are several in Sofia. By that time, by 2014, there was probably 5, 6, 7 maybe.
No, less, way less.
Still then.
Yeah, still then there was the Little Five.
Right, Better House.
Better House, of course, us, and I'm not quite sure whether Puzzle was open.
No, Puzzle opened in 2015.
Right, so we were just, Cosmos,
Cosmos,
four,
exactly.
yeah, you're right.
So there were only 4 then, and we came and we went to 2 or 3 of them with our friend, and he sort of liked it, but he didn't have the imagination to take it on as his own project, but ever since then, it's still been one of our dreams. And so when we had the opportunity to organize this week session, this was the first place I thought of. I said, this is where we have to do it. We have to go to Soho. And the interesting thing was when we came,
who took you on a tour? Was it me?
No, the first time.
Yeah. Okay.
But it was so long ago, and the space was so different. This didn't exist, nothing.
Yeah.
It was just the upper floor and
the second one.
and the second floor.
That was different. Yeah.
Right. But anyway, so this is it's so wonderful to see how it's evolved. And when we met Luba the very first time, we only had her for maybe 15 minutes just to see the place, and that was it. But even back then, I could sense the energy that was there. And so seeing the evolution of this whole endeavor is really inspiring for me. So I wanted to share it all with you. The other thing is that Soho is a really unique place because it's been here from the very beginning, but there's something like 60 or more co-working spaces now in Soho.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, but can I interrupt you?
But many of them are corporate or just kind of pop-up places. So
they're shared offices. That's what I want to say, that there's a huge difference between a co-working space and a shared office. What differs is that in the co-working space you have a community, and in order to have that community you need to put a lot of efforts to manage it, and mainly you do it through events, you do it through communication. That's why the co-working spaces have always a community manager. That's the person who's supposed, to find the best ways to introduce people, to find the common thing between them. For example, now we have a lot of foreigners that are looking to buy an apartment here, and others who are looking to learn the language. So I've connected some of them because I knew who's more in advance with the paperwork, and so I put them together, and now they're sharing that valuable information, so it's easier for the other people. And as well, I put together the people who want to learn Bulgarian, and I told them, you know what, you can always have a space here, don't worry, it's going to be on the house and stuff like that. And even today I okay, now I can talk about it. Yeah, please.
What did you do during the COVID-19? What kind of activity?
What kind of activity? We've done things as usual in our garden. So we've done the concerts, etc. Everything in the garden. Yeah. Otherwise, we've done very few normal events with way less people because we use masks, and also we have you've seen it upstairs, the big space, so it was okay. And what we mainly did was to develop our second house. That is evolving way quicker as. There it's our own house, and here it's we rent. Yeah, it's the biggest risk for our business here in Sofia, and also it's our biggest burden. I mean, we we cannot afford to do what we really want because we don't have a long horizon. Yeah.
Stable income.
No, they don't have a long horizon in
Long horizon.
in the contract.
A
So
contract.
how long do you have a contract upfront? Like
3 years.
2 years?
3 years. At the beginning, at least, it was 5, but now it's only 3. And it's not enough to invest what we want to invest because we are very. Normally, what we do is that we invest most of our income because not only that it brings, of course, higher income afterwards, but also because this is what really brings us joy. Yeah. For example, you asked me whether I come from the area. Yeah. I wanted to become an architect, and I wanted to do product design, interior design, everything. I wanted to design it myself. Of course, another dream that you cannot do with everything else. To be a producer, to be I don't know what. So now I'm doing this. We are